3, and I want to find the 5th root of that number. Well, let's look at it. Let's start with 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81, times 3 is 243. So 3 is an answer. Positive 3 works. Positive 3 is the 5th root of 243. Now, just like we did in questions 1 or 2, let's see if negative 3 works. Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. Times negative 3 is negative 27. Times negative 3 is 81. Times negative 3 is negative 243. So in this case, negative 3 does not work. Only positive 3 works. Let's look at question 4. So we're trying to find the 3rd root of 343. Okay? Let's try a couple numbers. Let's start with 6. So we're trying to figure out what number times itself 3 times is 343. 6 times 6 is 36. Times 6 is 216. So that does not work. Let's go to 7. 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 7, 343. So we know positive 7 works. Let's try negative 7. Negative 7 times negative 7 is 49. Negative 7 times 49 is negative 343. So in this case, again, negative does not work. Just our positive answers work. And that is an important concept. Whenever you have a positive number and you are trying to find an odd root, the positive number is going to be the only root. You're only going to have one root. You're not going to have a positive and a negative. Lastly, let's look at our last two problems. In this case, we have a negative root. I have negative 64 in this problem, negative 243 in this problem, and I'm trying to find an odd root. So, I'm trying to find the 3rd root of negative 64. Okay? Well, let's start with a couple numbers here. Let's start with 3. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. That doesn't work. Let's try 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 64. Now we get to 64, but it's not a negative 64. It's a positive 64. So positive 4 is not going to work. Let's try negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 4 is 16. Times negative 4 is negative 64. So positive 4 doesn't work, but negative 4 does. So negative 4 is the 3rd root.